Here's Robert. Oh, good steal. Okay.
Here comes White. Took it away from the rookie Hawkins.
Drilled. Deep right center field. Way back.
The coffin on this one for the Buckeyes. Woo! Gotta get much tighter contest on that type of range.
He certainly did. Whoa. Ball thrown to hit there.
Good morning, world, and welcome to the Early Morning Sports Talk. Honestly, Jamar, I am trying to figure out where exactly I can find that live.
I took care of it.
Thank you so much, my bro. Appreciate it. Yes. Yeah, hello. Good morning, world, and welcome back to yet another fun-filled episode here with us this morning on the Early Morning Sports Talk. Appreciate you all for joining us this morning. And for those that will join us this morning, it is an absolute pleasure to you all. And so, yes, we're like a shark attack, back like we left some, back like we ain't got no clothes on our back. And for the world is a better place when the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast is taking place. And so thank you for tuning in with us this morning as we conversate about the latest sports topics that have been taking place from this past week and will be upcoming this week. It is always a blast to have you all tune in and participate with us every weekend. As a reminder that we always like to begin our podcast by reminding our audience that the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast can be found on Facebook via the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast community page, on Instagram, again on IG at the Early Morning Sports Talk POD, again on IG at the Early Morning Sports Talk POD, as well as YouTube. You can find us on YouTube in your search box, just the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify as the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, as well as our own Facebook pages via Brandon Price, Jamar Goodman, People Hernandez, as well as our guests for that weekend. Today is April 27th of 2024, and we've seen yet again another fascinating week in the sports world, where we saw the Chicago Bears, draft with their first overall pick former USC quarterback Caleb Williams to begin what will hopefully be a new future of success for our franchise, as well as take former University of Washington receiver Rome Odunze with the 9th overall pick to boost our offensive production. Additionally, we saw the NBA playoffs take place, where the Denver Nuggets are now on the verge of sweeping the LA Lakers. Phoenix Suns on the verge of being swept by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Boy, was I wrong about that one. Oh my goodness, that is a complete team. As well as, just seeing the Nuggets manhandle the Lakers and just take their hearts right out of their chest. We have seen some things change. The Clippers, they were up, now they're down, even with Kawhi. We have seen the Miami Heat come out, take game 2, hit a franchise record, 22 threes in a basketball game. So the NBA playoffs is definitely in the midst. And we're seeing it take place. And now with these things happening, we're just seeing a young group of core guys take place, guys. And some of the older guys that we've watched so many years, we're kind of watching them get into their golden age years. Not saying that they can't play, these guys. Not saying that Steph, KD, LeBron can't play, but it's just that these younger guys got fresher legs. So with that, there'll be further speculation about these franchises as their seasons come to an end. Some of them tonight, some of them tomorrow. Additionally, our Chicago White Sox are easily looking like they could be the worst MLB team of all time if they continue on their trajectory, as well as our Chicago Sky Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso doing their let's say, welcome to the city interviews, which was fantastic. And so introducing our guest. Go ahead.
I said the interviews was horrible, man. They ain't show her no love, man.
Okay. Speaking of our guest for this morning, yes, our guest this morning is our brother Jake. Jake, man, good morning, my brother. He's joined us on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast before. He's talked the Super Bowl with us. Jake is a big sports fan. Jake went to Simeon High School, which is the rival of my high school, Morgan Park High School. But it's all love. Jake is very supportive of the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. Jake is a father. Jake does work and have a career. And Jake is just a good dude that loves to live life full of energy and love sports. And so we welcome our brother Jake this morning on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. And we thank you again for joining us this morning, my brother. How are you?
Yo. Sorry for the late introduction, y'all.
Yeah.
It was a long night. I apologize.
Yeah, we understand, man. You know, we have long nights. So, yes, appreciate that. And additionally, introducing my brother from another mother, Mr. Jamar Goodman. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Man, feeling good right now, man. I'm feeling good. Except for that little 10-second segment about the White Sox. Other than that, I'm feeling really good.
Yeah, keep the White Sox.
White Sox, man, need some prayers, man. And so, with that being said, yes, let's get started, fellas. So, our Chicago Bears, they made their NFL draft selections. It now begins a new era for the Chicago Bears. And so, Jamar, we'll start with you, and then we'll follow up with you, Jake. Jamar, what was your thoughts on the Chicago Bears NFL draft selections thus far, and do you like the selections that the Chicago Bears made?
Man, it's for me. I mean, you see the hoodie I'm wearing. I feel like it's a good day right now to be a Chicago Bears fan. Look, I was before I even get into what I'm going to say. Greatness requires sacrifice. I repeat, greatness requires sacrifice. I mean, we may not always agree with every move that Poles has done, but a lot of it I do agree with, and a lot of it I pretty much he's definitely earned my trust a long time ago. And the fact that for starters, I don't think we ever going to see an offense put together as currently constructed as we ever had in my lifetime, all the way around, as far as the balance and the star power and the production that's projected to be made. But also, we've never seen, I guess, a number one overall pick as a quarterback being put into a situation of this magnitude, either with a plethora of weapons. Now, of course, there's a part of me wish that Justin was here for this. I get that, but also get that from a financial standpoint and from, probably from a pressure standpoint, it's like you couldn't. In his position, I feel like he couldn't pass on Caleb Williams, because just like crazy thing is, just like Caleb's teammate, the son of Jerry Rice, when he said, like, you pass on him, you probably gonna get fired type deal. So, but nevertheless, I mean, Caleb, I mean, all I ask for is just, you come to play and be the player that, many of us think you can be. And if you just be good enough with the weapons around you, I mean, hey, we should have a pretty good season. We should, off bat. We should. And then to get Rome Odunze for him to drop in our lap, and we didn't even have to like trade up or anything like that for him. Shout out to the Atlanta Falcons for being the Atlanta Falcons on that one. I'm so happy. I felt like everything else fell into place as projected. The Atlanta Falcons, good job on that. But nevertheless, to have a rookie quarterback with a rookie wide receiver, we've seen it in the past, right? In the last few years with Burrow and Chase, but granted they was already college teammates, so they already had chemistry. You've seen it with Tua, and a year later they end up getting Waddle. Things like that. It is a very pass-heavy league, where we now see wide receivers getting top dollar in this market just based on how productive they can be, especially with how the rules are with
NFL favors the offense now.
It does. And so when you have a stud in that matter, and Odunze with his size and his ability and the things that, these draft experts has been saying, like any one of these top 3 receivers, they wouldn't be surprised they end up being like the best receiver in the league in a couple of years, just because of how talented they are and how many boxes they check. And so for them two to be drafted at the same time, and with us only having 4 draft picks, these are picks that you just pretty much have to hit on each one. And there's no point of trading back and trying to gain some more draft capital this year. You already got double-digit picks next year. You just got to hit on the picks that you get this year. So, yeah, when you have that and DJ Moore and Keenan Allen and DeAndre Swift, you still got Roschon Johnson last year, Khalil Herbert, you still got Cole Kmet. The offensive lineman that they drafted yesterday, that's just more added depth to the line here. And overall, our line wasn't bad at all for the totality last year. It actually got a lot better over the course of the year.
So the year progressed.
Yeah, and so I mean, hey, he did what he was supposed to do. Shout out to Poles, man. He's willing and dealing. And like I'll end like I began. Greatness requires sacrifice. So,
right. Yep. Yes, sir. Hey, my bro, Jake. What are your thoughts, man, on the Chicago Bears? And also, know you're a Niners fan. Let us know about your Niners too.
Yeah, I'm not a big Caleb Williams fan, but my heart will still be with Justin Fields. I hope you do great in Pittsburgh. But I'm with the quote, greatness requires sacrifice. And if you ain't willing to sacrifice some stuff to get where you need to be,
facts, bro.
Man, it's tough. But I love the picks. Praying that we hit it on the head. We got the easiest schedule in the NFL. We only have 4 picks, and them 4 picks gotta put in some work. Caleb Williams got a lot on his shoulders. A lot. Like Jamar said, this is probably the best offensive team that you have ever seen for the Chicago Bears in history. We still haven't had a QB to pass over 4,000 yards. We still haven't had a QB to pass 30 touchdowns. I mean, it's tough. Like, I love the Chicago Bears, but, man, if Caleb could break these records and he could beat them bum cheese heads in the Green Bay Packers, then I'm all in. I'll be all in. I ain't got no choice to be. I feel like the Bears personally did some great things. I'm gonna put my trust in Ryan Poles. He the one who drafted Patrick Mahomes and everybody over there in Kansas City. He was part of that team. So, I mean, I guess we just gonna have to cross our fingers and dot our I's and be like, hey, see what's gonna happen next.
Right, but one thing I love though is your stats, Jake. Man, that's real. And this brings me now, Jamar and Jake, to our stadium, bro. Like, I hope we can get this dome. Like, and it would be just even more beautiful if it could be right there on Lakeshore Drive, right in the heart of the city and not out there in the suburbs, way farther than Arlington Heights. It would be perfect. It would be a dream scenario, guys, if it could be right next door to where the current Soldier Field is. And if that's the case, that would be perfect for this rookie quarterback who's coming in, who is, I believe firmly, guys, that lakefront has a lot to do with the Bears quarterback success. And if we can get a dome, I think it's going to make things a lot better. It's going to really allow Caleb, Jamar, to slang that thing. If he got him a dome, bro, and he inside, I think it's going to make things a lot easier for him to be able to throw the ball, get the ball out, play the game, etc. I think it's going to help us as a franchise. And so, how do you guys feel about these new stadium plans? Do you guys like the location? Do you like the dollar amount? It was proposed at $5 billion. And so do you guys believe that the Bears need a new stadium? Do you believe that the location's good? How do you feel about that, Jamar?
Man, so I love the idea of it. I don't know. Is it an official dome, or is it like one of those with a retractable roof?
It sounds like it's from the looks of things, it looks like a dome, fellas.
I ain't jiggy with it.
I want to, if it's going to be closed, I want the retractable roof, because I still want the outdoor element of Chicago when it all said and done. I don't want these teams to be coming in being all comfortable and stuff. You think I want the Lions that's so used to a dome coming to Soldier Field and can't play in 0-degree weather? You think I want teams like from the South, like Tampa, coming up and act like they got a chance to? No. So I still want the element, but in totality of it, just from the visuals like that, it looks amazing. And then I listened to Kevin Warren's interview when he was on ESPN 1000 the other day, and he was just, talking about it, and, it made a lot of sense. Now, as far as, the $5 billion and the taxpayers and stuff, I mean, to be honest, that part doesn't, I guess, bother me as much as somebody that lives in that area, because I'm living on this side of the border in Indiana, so, I get it.
You won't have to worry about that.
Yeah, but one thing I will say is I do prefer the location downtown as opposed to Arlington Heights, because I kid you not, I would not be traveling all the way to Arlington Heights for a game. I'll just catch it on my TV. I would. Yeah. I have a more likely.
That'd be
that's
2.5 hours.
That's doing too much. I'd rather catch the South Shore.
It's not a retractable roof, y'all. This is a dome.
This is a fixed roof.
This is a fixed roof.
Gotcha. So I mean, I'm just the location itself is probably what's the main thing for me throughout all this, talk for the last year or so. Like, where's it going to be? Is it Arlington Heights? Is it going to be downtown? I mean, and to answer your other question, yes, they do need a new stadium. I mean, it's about time. I think Soldier Field and Lambeau Field are the only two ones that's really left from the old times, if I'm not mistaken. But
these are very old stadiums. Very old stadiums. Now the Bears
and you can tell when you walk in there. You can tell when the 2 or 3 times I've been in that stadium. Yeah, you can tell it's definitely a little older, but yeah, we need something new, and I definitely want the Final Four to be in Chicago or a chance for a Super Bowl here, or, just more events in that regard. So overall, I'm for it.
Right. And Jay, come to you in a second, bro. Just in regards to the dome, I firmly believe the reason why we have not had a lot of success, Jake, with quarterbacks is because of that weather. It's something about the lakefront. Green Bay is cold, but Green Bay ain't got the lakefront like we do. It's a difference. It's a big difference, especially if we talking when that snow get the hampering along with the elements. Now, Jamar, you're right, man. We had home field for years with that. But a lot of that just came with some great defenses and some great coaching that used the elements to their advantage. But it's a new age, man. And if we want to, it seems like Ryan Poles to me, Jake, he really understands, hey, if we want to win, we got to get on board with this new NFL thing and how things are going. And so really, really favoring that offensive side and starting with the quarterback. Something that the Falcons look like they're doing, by the way. But, Jake, how do you feel about this stadium, bro? You like it?
I personally don't like the dome. I'm with Jamar with the retractable dome. I want it to look like dome-wise, I want it to be like the Cowboys Stadium. How they got the retractable, if it's nice outside, you know what I'm saying, they open it up. I'm with that. You feel me? Our division, every team has a dome except the Packers. The Lions has a dome. Vikings have a dome. I just didn't like the whole we should have a dome. I'm with the weather elements. You said the lakefront plays a part. I mean, yeah. I mean, that wind chill different, but in the Bears' history, we never had a quarterback. Never.
And I think a part of that is because of the lakefront.
No, the Bears are the cheapest franchise when it comes to quarterback. I remember it was.
I know when I say this, man, it gets over a lot. It gets over the average brain. It gets over the average brain's head. Jake,
man,
the elements play a big role.
No. Because I mean, living in Buffalo is worse than living here. And look at Josh Allen; he's a sensational quarterback.
Playing that rock.
Yeah, but sometimes some franchises get lucky, man. I'll put it that way.
I mean, but I feel like the Bears just been cheap. Like how the Bulls don't like to play people money. The Bears the same way. We always had washed up quarterbacks. All of them.
Or a bust.
If we drafted a bust, we had The only other quarterback that was like throwing for like 2,000 yards was what's his name? Jay Cutler.
Yeah, and the Bears fans dogged him so much because he was a pick machine.
Right. And because he only had one good receiver, which was Brandon Marshall. That was it. He was just chucking it up to him. But we had some talent back then when we had him. We had Johnny Knox, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Devin Hester came out there for a couple plays sometimes. I forget his first name. David.
Martellus Bennett.
David Terrell.
Yeah.
Terrell Davis.
No,
whatever
we
his
ain't
name
have David Terrell with Jay Cutler. David Terrell's with Jim Miller. But we had Martellus Bennett. Remember him, the tight end?
But he was just big. He was a blocking tight end.
No, he could catch that rock now. He was kind of nice, Martellus.
He was all right on the catching tip. But he was definitely more of a blocking tight end than a catching tight end.
I don't know, man.
He ultimately was more trouble than what he's worth because of all the shenanigans that happened around here. Because we had Tressman, and that man couldn't lead a baby through a stroller. So I don't know.
I but I know we paid Martellus Bennett like he was the man. I know that. And for a season or two, he produced. He was nice. He was decent. I'm not going to sit here and say he was a bum. He wasn't.
And I still say this, like from the other times I've been on this, been on the podcast, until that old white lady go in the grave, the Bears to be successful. I promise you, like I still feel like she got her hand in talk.
Somebody literally posted a meme the other day, bro, and they was posted her in the background laughing like an old witch. I'm like, y'all bogus for this. Like,
it's the truth, bro. It's truth. Until she in the grave, the Bears will not rest. Okay, like I feel like she like how what is dude's name for the Cowboys, the owner?
Jerry Jones.
Until Jerry Jones go in the grave, the Cowboys gonna be trash. Over trash.
In other words, you sound like these white folks that had this inherited money for years and years and years, and got these franchises way back in the 1900s, way back in the racist days, way back when. They stuck in their ways, in other words.
Exactly.
There's definitely
and they don't want to give it up.
Yep, they don't want to give it up. Making them too much money. That's how you keep the rich rich and the poor poor. I got it. Understood. Yes. And so with that, fellas, we'll see how the Bears progress. I love the picks as well, guys. Rome Odunze. I hope that can be a connection, guys. That's a sustain if Keenan Allen's not here, right? If DeAndre Swift's not here. Those two can be the core going forward. All right. So, fellas, let's talk about some other NFL draft selections. The Atlanta Falcons, y'all, selected Michael Penix Jr. at number 8. Some people was very in shambles about it. But Jamar, how do you feel about that pick, bro? What do you think about that?
Oh man, that was awesome. That was amazing.
It was a shocker.
It was. I'm sitting
there
watching
the draft and seeing the commentators. They're like, "Oh my god!" Like, wait.
Because it's like, all right. So we're going through the script. Like, all right, we expect Caleb to go to the Bears. All right, then the Commanders. They gonna take a quarterback. Jaden. All right, okay. Patriots. They gonna take a quarterback. All right, we good there. All right, Marvin Harrison Jr. We're gonna go to the Cardinals. I was mad, but I get it. Joe Alt to the Chargers. Like, okay. Who was next? Tennessee? No,
it was Tennessee.
The Giants. The Giants taking Neighbors. Yeah. I'm like, okay, all right. And then Tennessee taking that tackle. I'm like, all right, everything's going on. I'm thinking, and I really thought the Falcons was going to take Dallas Turner. I thought that was happening. So to see Michael Penix Jr. at 8, and the fact that shortly after you saw the GM like explaining his pick to Arthur Blank afterwards. Because it's like, and then the fact that you hear about Kirk Cousins being mad, like, boy.
And you can see the GM and you can see Arthur Blank in the back talking in the room, bro.
Yes, talking to the GM.
In the room back, and he looking like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, he trying to figure stuff out. And meanwhile, Morris and the black dude, like, yeah, bro.
And the fact that Kirk Cousins is even mad, like, bro, you're getting paid $100 million guaranteed. If you don't go shut up and sit down somewhere.
I'm telling you, right? Cry, baby.
But
I like the pick.
I do too.
Me too.
I do too, because it's like, look, Kirk Cousins is 36, coming off an Achilles injury, but I said this in the past, I'll say it again. Get you somebody that takes care of you as the way Kirk Cousins' agent has taken care of Kirk Cousins. So there's no way that a man should be getting a $100 million guarantee, $180 million contract coming off an Achilles injury, and you're 36 years old. There's no way, but
I mean,
nevertheless,
he a highway bank robbery like Tobias Harris is for the Sixers.
oh yeah, I think one day we need an episode just talking about highway robbery contracts.
I'm talking about, man, Tobias ain't never been an all-star, bro.
I'd rather you said Ben Simmons than Tobias.
Ben another one. Ooh, that's a highway robbery too, boy.
Hey,
That's
how is the Sixers
is a big one.
How's the Sixers? Man, look, Danny Crimes, but nevertheless, Michael Penix Jr. I mean, I feel like that's I feel like it's a good pick because you pretty much have somebody, sitting in the wings waiting, for the future type deal as Kirk Cousins. I mean, you paying Kirk Cousins to be immediate now for them to be relevant as you developing your quarterback for those couple of years, get him, in tune with the system. By the time he's ready, probably at the age of 26, because he's older quarterback. I mean, you have your weapons in the prime. You'll have Drake London in his prime. Kyle Pitts in his prime, Bijan Robinson in his prime, and whoever else that you bring in over the next couple of years. So for the Atlanta Falcons to do that, to make the biggest splash of the draft, the biggest surprise, I'm cool with it. I just know Kirk Cousins need to just chill out and don't say a darn thing, Mr. $100 million. Don't say a thing.
Prone, man.
Right. Because my thing is, Jake, also occurred is it's not like this guy often gonna lead you to 15, 16 wins. For the most part, Kirk gonna get you somewhere around a wild card, somewhere near that 8 to 11 wins generally, and that's what he does. Outside of maybe that one season a few years back with the Vikings, but other than that, he's kind of a middle of the pack quarterback. The numbers might not look like it, but that's what he is. And so based off of that, my question would be: when would you have another chance to select a quarterback in case Jamar he gets hurt based off of his injury? When? Yeah. And so it was like either you strike gold now or you be somewhere in the middle of the pack with this Atlanta Falcons team fighting for a wild card somewhere in that battle for the division, which it seems like it's one of those divisions. Well, it's like the NFC East now. 9 wins probably get you that division. So with all that happening, it's like, when would you have another chance to get a quarterback that could build for your franchise in case your franchise goes down, which is likely to happen based off his history? So for that reason, I like the pick. Michael, not Michael. Jake, what are your thoughts, bro? Because I'm thinking about Michael Penix Jr. now.
Man, I love the Michael Penix pick. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he was a top 3 quarterback in the draft. Personally,
I like him too, bro. I feel like he was a good quarterback in college.
Man, I mean, he been slinging that rock. Yeah, even though he's older, 25, 26. Them ACL injuries tore him down at Indiana University. But in order for Atlanta to get better, I feel like they did the right thing. I feel like Kirk Cousins is only there for a year. I feel like they could draft him. There's still some teams that need a quarterback in the NFL. They can still, you know what I'm saying, get rid of Kirk in the middle of the season or next season. You know what I'm saying? Just to see what he can. I feel like he's just there for a year or two. You know what I'm saying? Just to see what he could do. I think, for the last 3-4 years, Kirk Cousins has been injured. And it ain't been a major injury, but it's been an injury that put him down for like at least a month. At least a month or two. So
I mean, some of them always put him out for the season. Have you forgot, bro?
No, I ain't forget. Definitely ain't forget. But I just want to know his agent. Me and him need to get on the phone. I need an email or something. I need some help like him. You feel me? Like, he been making them deals. Or Ben Simmons agent, because what? Hey. But I like Atlanta picks. I love the Pittsburgh picks. I love who else?
Man,
I don't think the Cardinals should have drafted Marvin Harrison Jr. They still need a lot of help. A lot of help.
Really? You think so?
Yeah. Listen, that whole team is old, bro. Buda Baker, all them on defense. They need to clear that whole thing. Clear
But
it
you
out.
don't like that connection. You don't like that connection with
If Kyler Murray can have time in the back, and if he gonna throw that thing, that
stop.
offensive line ain't good, man. Arizona.
Tiana,
Cardinals.
Tiana, I'm not trying to say bro, Tiana. I'm trying to say sus. This is Rescream doing this. I promise you. I done typed it 3 times. It's not. I'm trying to say sus. I'm typing it in the chat. It won't let me put it. I don't know why. Maybe Rescream is like, y'all know how words that with technology now it put the words out for you before you even finish it.
Yeah.
You funny,
This
bro.
is what's happening. I'm trying to
this is funny.
I promise you.
Man,
Go ahead.
I would say, like, so far as the Cardinals standpoint, I get it. Like them and the Giants are like one and the same. They need a lot. All those teams need a lot of help. But it's like one of those to where I don't blame either one of them for taking wide receivers, because it's like they both are like the best player available type deal, and they both can be like arguably the best player at their positions type deal at some point. So I get that. But I hate to say it, but 2 teams in our division made good picks, and it makes me mad. The Lions made good picks with that corner, because corner is deep in this draft, and that guy is good.
And they got
You talking about
to do what they got to do to stop the Bears now. They got to do what they got to do to stop the Packers. You know what I'm saying?
And the Vikings traded up for Turner. That made me mad.
Right.
That made me upset.
I mean, I feel like the Turner thing was. I think it was necessary for the Vikings, just for the simple fact that you gave away Danielle Hunter, and you have no pass rush, no defensive tackles for real on your defense.
That's facts. I just hate it had to be them, but you're right. I don't want to see that man twice a year. I don't. Well, I don't need another Aiden Hutchinson in this conference. I mean, in this division.
We just gonna pray that this offensive line hold up for Caleb Williams. Or
it's vitally important, man. It's vitally important.
I think it will. I think it will. Like I kid you not, that was one of the bright spots last year. We saw the growth of the O-line. We did, especially with a healthy Tevin Jenkins. That changed the whole dynamic of the line.
I hate that we lost Cody Whitehair, but he kind of
he had to go.
A little bit overrated as the year. He wasn't the same, y'all.
That man sucked by the end of it.
We try to please go to the plate. Like, man.
But I feel like,
man.
I tell y'all what though, I just want to point out, like when they selected the pick y'all to kill, I'm like, damn, like this is real. Like to think that we picking kids from Yale for the NFL draft is crazy.
And for it to be a 3rd round pick and not like a 6th or 7th round pick, that's telling.
I'm like, man, like this kid must really, really, really be good and can really, really, really play. And so I
just want to sit in the war room with Ryan Poles, man, one draft and figure out like what he be thinking for real. Like, what do he see in these people? Like, let me know.
It's definitely some method to the madness for real. It ain't like just throwing a dart at the wall. He know what he's doing. So yeah, I'm with you on that. I would like to just be a fly on the wall or something. Just like what's
probably learn a lot, you know. Probably learn a lot, man.
Heck yeah. I would say I'll say this here's a deep class for wide receiver, and I thought the Bills initially. I thought the initial trade with the Chiefs was pretty dumb to me, but the fact they ended up getting Keon Cole, I think that's a desperate and necessary pick for the Bills on that one.
Right.
Yeah. Everybody in the free agent.
No, they wide receiver 1 is Shakir right now. Yeah, they in trouble.
Yeah, Bills is.
Yeah, the Bills got some no names, man. But is Josh Allen gonna really have to earn that money, man?
Oh yeah, this is making a break year. He out of.
I don't know if he out of there. No, he too good. But like he I
think it's making a break for that coach though.
Oh,
I can say it for that coach. Yep, I can see that. You know what I'm saying? But he too good, bro. But with those elements too, it's gonna be really, really interesting, man. Because with those elements, you know, like hopefully those guys can catch those balls and those elements in Buffalo, man, and they can hopefully run that ball too. I know Josh Allen gonna get his rush yards when he start running. Ain't nobody really
y'all boy got to step up this year.
James Cook.
Yeah, Mr. Cook, he got to step up this year, man.
Hey, the second half of
He
last
dropping
year,
them balls. He can't be dropping them passes either.
Can't, but
He definitely played a pivotal part in the playoffs last year, man.
no, he did.
He was nice.
Like
Yes,
Dalton Kincaid got to come to play.
Yep.
That defense.
Gonna have to come play.
And they got rid of them, got rid of their star players on defense. Oh yeah, the
They
big
got rid of Davis
It's a
White,
fire sale.
safety, Micah Hyde. They got rid of is Von Miller still there?
that bomb still
I
there.
think he stayed.
Yeah.
He doing a heist robbery on the Bills right now too.
Yeah.
Bro, ain't he like when he like the first player to get 2 $100 million contracts that's not a quarterback or something like that? Ridiculous.
Yeah, he getting that bread and ain't doing no production. He had some moments, but he has not been what we thought it would be, Jake.
It's not worth that contract.
He has not been what we thought. He has not been what we thought. No.
Man, let me say this: like when the Chiefs traded up and got Worthy from Texas, like the fastest guy in the combine, so you add more speed. So you have that. You have Hollywood Brown, like so you got 2 speed demons out there. Rice, whenever, because he's gonna get suspended, but whenever he comes back, it's like with Travis Kelce and Pacheco. I mean that man. Whew.
But Hollywood Brown too small, man. I like him. He's just too small, bro. Like Hollywood Brown gonna be,
but he's a perfect complement for that offense, though.
Yeah, just for the long balls. But Xavier Worthy got that, so now you need somebody in a short to intermediate routes.
You got Rice.
Man, I like Hollywood just off his speed and his athleticism, but yeah, in that division he gonna get toe up. He gonna get toe up across the middle every time.
It sucks really for the Chiefs, man, because Sidney Rice gonna get removed because for me that was their big target, but you still got Travis there, fellas. Let's not forget that. So that's gonna be a reliable target for
That's the guy that's gonna make one-on-one matches for all those wide receivers.
Exactly. He's gonna make up for that.
You can't double Travis Kelce and Hollywood Brown on the deep ball. You can't do it.
Right. So somebody gonna be open.
I don't think you got to double Hollywood Brown though. Like
if he catching the ball though, and if Mahomes know how to put that ball the way they say he do, I mean he showed us plenty of times. I mean he proved me wrong in the damn Super Bowl. I went with you with the Niners. Remember, I thought the Niners had a really good chance to win that game.
Man, listen.
Which we wasn't wrong, bro. We were not wrong. It was just Patrick Mahomes. That was the difference, dog.
No,
we were not wrong for believing that the Niners would win that game. And the Niners should have won the game. They had chances to win the game.
It wasn't Patrick Mahomes. It was that white asshole Taylor Swift, okay? If it wasn't for her messing with Travis Kelce and Roger Goodell and then other motherfuckers that's on the top of the board in the NFL, and they like, oh man, we getting money because this little chick. That's the only reason the Niners lost, okay? Like the first Super Bowl that the Niners played the Chiefs, it was Andy Reid first Super Bowl. I'll take them little missed calls from the ref, let him win his first Super Bowl. I was okay with it. But this Super Bowl, I wasn't okay with it. That little white hoe dating Travis Kelce messed up my Super Bowl. It wasn't Patrick Mahomes. And I'm going to just leave it like that. But it's okay.
Tiana basically saying, bro, you just in your feelings right now, and it's okay, and eventually
she said it's too soon to be talking about it. Let's wait.
Time
I'm
heals
cool.
everything.
I'm cool.
So,
I'm cool. But it was definitely Taylor Swift for sure.
Okay. Right. So what we're gonna do in this case is move on to the NBA, fellas. We're gonna move on to the NBA playoffs in the first round thoughts. And so with that, Jamar, any surprises, any thoughts from this NBA playoffs? Jake, we're gonna follow with you. Yes, Tiana, Anthony, and anyone, give us your thoughts on the NBA playoffs. I mean, I know I'm surprised by one team and disappointed in one player specifically. I don't know why the hell they got to bring up Jordan in it. The hell he got to do with anything? Jordan versus LeBron. But anyway,
come on.
anywho, Jamar, bro, your thoughts, man, from anything with this NBA playoffs thus far?
All right, so let's see. Just Cavs and Magic, that's going about as expected right now.
You said the Cavs and Magic?
Yeah, that's going for me. That's going as expected. I'm just going to keep it moving on that. Thunder Pelicans. I say Thunder really, in game 2 really show what they really are. And that was,
Yeah. New Orleans had them game 1. I know they sick from game 1, just like the Lakers sick from game 2.
Lakers sick in general. But I'm listening. Go ahead, Jamar.
All right. The Heat and the Celtics, that one right there, that game 2, I'm sitting here the whole time, and I even posted in the group, like, there's no way the Heat is controlling this game the way that they are in game 2. I understand they hit 23
I told y'all, Jamar, why are you surprised?
No.
Are you really surprised?
Yes, I am. Because this is no excuse for the ball. It ain't about the Heat. It's more so about the Boston Celtics. It is no excuse.
About that coach in Miami.
None.
And if they had Jimmy Butler, Jake, I would have picked the Heat. I'm not bullcrap.
Dog walking Miami.
But it
dog walking.
Yes, Miami. It is no effing excuse for the Celtics to lose a single game in this series. I kid you not. The one team, this Boston Celtics is the one team. If they do not win the NBA championship, that's the one team that's the biggest disappointment. They have no excuse at all. You have a 7-3 unicorn that only scored 6 points, and 4 of them came from the free throw line. Like
that's sad, pathetic. Take advantage of those one-on-one matchups, you big 7'3" tall guy.
They targeted that man in the pick and roll.
Maybe that's why the Knicks got rid of him. Maybe that's why. I'm just saying.
No. Why the Knicks got rid of him? Don't do my boy Porzingis, man.
I'm just saying. Maybe that's why they got rid of him, because they know that he fold in big moments.
No, what? No.
Yeah. No. What? You don't want to hear the truth? I know you're gonna talk about the Lakers. So I'm gonna talk about.
Okay, as long as you know it's coming. As long as you know it's coming.
All I'm gonna say is they purposely targeted Porzingis in pick and roll action that whole game in game 2 and got lit up.
They attacked him. That's what you got to do with slow big man and hooping. You got to attack him, make him work on defense.
It still should be no reason. You have shooters on each corner.
Yep.
I know, but if those shots ain't dropping. Guess what? Miami's gonna drop. Miami gonna hit their threes, especially when it matters.
Attack the lane. If Porzingis is out on the wing and you double teaming him on the pick and roll, you have slashers. Jaylen Brown is a slasher. Tatum is a slasher.
And Jaylen Brown was slashing. They both had great games.
And then you should have brung Al Horford, and still would have. And man, listen, the Boston that was all coaching, and they should never lost the game.
That's a good point with the coaches. Some people feel like I heard somebody say that if Ime Udoka was the coach of that team last year, he felt they would have won a title last year. That's
probably
last year.
Probably.
No, for sure.
Because he was the one that got him to the NBA Finals.
A couple years back.
Yes. And so, I mean, I don't expect Miami to hit a career record of 23 three-pointers again in a single game this series, but
I think it's possible with them, bro, because look, guys, Jamar, you pointed this team out last year prior to the play, and remember we played a video.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why you sitting here surprised about the Miami
it's not
Heat.
the same team.
I told y'all.
They don't even have Jimmy.
So what? They
that
still
matters.
got Tyler Hero. They still got Duncan Robinson. They
are nobody but some shooters.
They can shoot the three. They still got Eric Spoelstra.
They are inferior on
What?
talent.
But they got one of the best coaches in basketball, a future Hall of Famer, a NBA champion coach. This guy gets the best out of guys from the corner. That's what Eric Spoelstra does, okay? And so Boston got exposed. He gonna exploit the matchups. That's what Eric Spoelstra's gonna do.
And
The
we
Celtics
expect,
are in trouble.
and we
I'm gonna put that
expect.
out here right now in the Early Motorsports Talk podcast. Boston, you don't win tonight. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs, because you ran into the wrong guys. Miami is a street fight waiting to happen. They waiting to get you into a street fight. They
Bro,
waiting to get you into a boxing matchup to hit the weak spots, and that's exactly what they do. Hit those threes. They came back. Everybody was like, "Oh, Boston finna go ahead and knock them out." Yeah, they blew them out game one. Miami like, "All right, bro, y'all ain't saying our punch yet. We finna hit y'all with a punch." And that is super dangerous because now you in South Beach, where that's one of the toughest places to play.
I'm gonna leave this conversation alone because I'm still stuck on the word SpaghettiOs, but but we'll leave this series alone based on after Tiana's comment saying Boston should sweep the Heat without Butler. I knew Boston was going to give up some games because they've
too inconsistent in the post. Right, Tiana? That's their problem.
They too. I ain't gonna say they too.
Corey stated it last Saturday. Remember, Jamar? He stated they like to give up their meat, like they like to give up something.
Man, I really feel
they like to play with their food.
They like to play with their food. They like to play with their food, and that's what Boston like to do. I'm going with Boston for the series, but Boston likes to play with their food. And as I stated to y'all, Jason Tatum love to shoot dumbass shots. He loved to. Me and Jamar been saying this for years. Boy, just be throwing. I'd be like, Jason, no. Like, Chris, that was wide open under the layup. He was wide open. But, you know, Jason, he hit one and then he hit five.
He's been doing that since he's been with Boston, though. But, I mean, I don't know what you want. I just feel like somebody needs to smack him a couple times because you too big to be just shooting all the time, bro. Like,
who, Jason or Kristaps?
No, Jason. He too big to be just shooting all the time. Like, if
he could attack that basketball, he could. You right?
He's a legit 6'9", 6'10", right? Somewhere in that ballpark.
Pretty big dude. It's true.
If he could slash the lane like Jaylen Brown does, his shot would be unguardable because they're gonna be scared to if he gonna slash come in the lane or he gonna pull up. He needs to get. I feel like it's something.
If he had that, he'd be probably the best player in the NBA. What? Right. Top 5.
It's a mentality.
He already probably top 5.
No, a top 5. I can't put him in top 5.
I'm saying if he had that game, if he had that like LeBron, like he was going to the basket.
We gonna say Kobe, not LeBron.
Like he'd be like LeBron, bro. He'd be like Kobe, legitly.
Like the man he idolized. Kobe.
No, he would be like LeBron. If he had that LeBron go to the basket, bro, we're not gonna stop until LeBron hate this one. Please.
Oh, it's coming.
Can you please just focus? All right, so now we talk about Jason Tatum. And so you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go with your NBA playoff thoughts. So Jake, go ahead, bro. Give us your NBA playoff thoughts. Let's go ahead.
Man, I love it. This is exciting playoffs. The most exciting team in the playoffs is the Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, I watched that game last night, and all I can say is everybody is playing for one another now. They realize what they can do. Towns is playing. The weakest dude that I feel like that's in the NBA. He's actually hooping.
He can score the ball, Jamar. I don't know why people act like he can't score. His shot is fluky. It's weird, like Kyle Anderson is the same guy on the team. But he scores. He can score.
It wasn't about his scoring ability, though.
But my point is this, though, Jack. When he can score, the Timberwolves are super duper dangerous because he is the one link. If he can score the ball, he gonna win Defensive Player of the Year. I feel like it's gonna be between him and his French brother Victor Wembanyama. But like, if he's scoring the ball, bro, the Timberwolves, man, dog.
Man, listen, all he needs to do is get up at least. If he could put up 16 points, that's all they really need. 14, 16.
That's NBA Finals, I think. That's probably beating Denver for real.
The winner of the Nuggets and Timberwolves series is coming out the West. That's it.
So that's their Western Conference Finals.
I mean, they play the next round.
Okay, that's right. They'll be. Yep, that's right. Because Nuggets is 2, Timberwolves is 3. Yep, you're right.
I feel like the winner of that series is going to go on to the NBA Finals. That's why I'm at.
That's going to
So
be.
I don't even care about the other side of the bracket at this point.
That's going to be a fight.
The other side of the bracket is horrible.
It don't even matter.
Go ahead, though, Jake. So I hate Minnesota's playing the Nuggets the next round because they definitely deserve to be in the conference finals. Yeah.
Facts.
No, for sure. But
So
I mean, shit, Anthony Edwards give a run for their money because who's going to stop him? Because it's going to be his energy, Michael Conley's defensive ability on Jamal Murray. Them the two. When that matchup comes, them the two main things that's got to happen. And it's gonna be
and that's gonna be important because can't nobody stop that boy Jamal. Jamal, man, woo!
Man. And then
That
the other
boy
two pieces.
is clutch. He is a walking bucket. He just smooth. Now that's somebody that remind me of a Kobe. He is a killer. A killer. That boy can get buckets like crazy, man. We must have really forgot. And you know what the crazy part about it is? I forgot about Jamal Murray a little bit after he got injured. But I'm like, man, have I forgot what he did in the bubble, Jamar? How him and Donovan Mitchell were going for 50 each game. Like how we forgot like what he did last year, what he's been doing for most of his career at Kentucky. That dude is a bucket, man. And I'm not even going to get started on this other cat. This guy that you've been hammering on for years, Jamar. And I'm like, he can't stay healthy. He can't stay healthy. And then we go into the playoffs. His brothers is hurt. We talked about the Porter brothers last week. But Michael Porter Jr. is another assassin.
Man.
That bro got game.
And what happened to his brothers is a personal issue. They ain't got nothing to do with him.
I know, but I mean, it could have a mental aspect for most people. You know,
they gotta suck, though.
Get in jail for 6 years, and then your other brother get banned from the NBA. He gonna be.
I would have been on the phone with them like y'all some dumbass little boys, and I would have hung up.
Nah, man. All right, we gonna get too personal, Jake. But like the whole point is this, bro. Like
I get it though.
With MPJ, like him on the court, dog, he is a problem. KCP, Aaron Gordon, y'all. Like you must forgot he was like a all-star in his career before. Like,
no, for sure.
You know, he you know, he's been slam dunker. He never been an all-star, but he's an all-star caliber player.
When he
nice numbers, nice.
Dude, when he's like the fourth or fifth option on offense on your team, that's
a luxury, man. That's a luxury. That is a luxury. And I agree, Tiana. He is the most disrespected player in the league, for real. He should be getting all-star game votes a lot.
I mean,
maybe they'll start next year finally. After Denver, likely, if possible, win the championship or go somewhere near the championship, then people should really start beginning to like vote for this guy because, you know, but again,
it's hard though.
It's not hard.
It's hard, but then also Murray, he kind of saves himself. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he even really give much effort in the regular season. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's because it's a star-studded like Western Conference. It's hard to get there. I mean, Mike Conley, as great as he was at tiers at the time, he never made an All-Star game.
Yes, he has.
It's tough in the West. I mean, you got De'Aaron Fox, you got all these other great guards in the West. This is true. But people should begin to look at this man more.
Was Conley more so a replacement? He had to be a replacement.
I think he came off the bench or something like that. But I think he been in one for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but he need to have more. You know what I'm saying? Because this dude can ball, like absolutely, like.
But it's
he's one of the best players in the league.
It's a fan favorite. You know what I'm saying? Who the fans wants to see on the court is not about. It's not about how it used to be. Like who actually putting up these numbers in like valuable in their conference. It's a fan favorite. But me and Tiana was talking about how Bam Adebayo made All-Star. How?
That's because, I mean, the coaches still vote for the reserves. That's a coach thing. fans control the starting lineup. The coaches vote for the reserves. That's
Bam also got in, I think, this year because of an Eastern Conference, Western Conference thing.
I will also say that Denver, I think the location of where he's at hurts him too. Playing in Denver in that time zone don't get a lot of attention like they should. They're getting attention now because they're winning, but it's just like
People
being in certain areas.
People going to sleep when they play.
And it's Denver, and it's not like it's LA or New York or something like that. That's a bigger issue too.
But that's still disrespectful, bro. These people are the NBA champions. They have came a long way. You know what I'm saying? They the ones who was actually in the bubble putting up numbers. You know what I'm saying? This same team, this same exact team. You know, the only person they didn't have was KCP.
And I think Gordon got hurt that year too.
Yeah. So it's like they've been here. You know what I'm saying? They've been showing their colors, and I feel like the NBA world has not respected the Denver Nuggets as a whole in general. You see what I'm saying? And it's not like they don't have players. The only player people actually know is Joker, and that's because he won MVP. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else on that team don't get no respect, and it's getting silly to the fact that the NBA and as a whole should start putting more respect on these young players that's coming up in the NBA.
I mean, it's true though, but at the same time, Tim Duncan, right? He got all the attention in San Antonio. Manu Ginobili was great. Tony Parker was great. They got attention every now and then, but it was Tim Duncan who was the face. And so Joker kind of,
and that's only because when Tim Duncan came in, he was a rookie and he was paired up with David Robinson. You know what I'm saying?
And they instantly went to the finals the second year. They started winning like off bat.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, and so Joker, he gonna get that attention, you know, because of his amazing ability. But Tiana, you're totally right. He definitely deserves more attention. He is the truth.
Sure.
On the other hand, man, folks bringing up LeBron's legacy and things of that nature, like, guys, the Nuggets are just a better team. They were the one matchup we all knew. Everybody named Mama knew. Jake, Jamar, the lady down the street, the people in Guadalupe, everybody knew that the Nuggets were going to win this series. Everybody knew this was going to be
not the real LeBron James fans. Not
everybody
the real
legitimately. Yes, they did. They knew it, and if they didn't, they pretended.
But they said Lakers in 6. Revenge season.
I got 2 people from last week saying Lakers in 7.
I know they saying that because they don't want to admit the truth. Like, but they know damn well, Jake, that the Nuggets are just on another level, man. It's to the point to where they touring around like with the Lakers. Let them get up, y'all. Let them get their little runs. You know what I'm saying, Jake? Daryl Boogie Evans get the posting on the pair. Ooh, the Lakers looking good. Ooh, this is all first half. Ooh, look at the Lakers. Ooh. As soon as the second half come, third quarter hit, Nuggets go here. You know, it's sort of like Jamar being on the playground, Jake, right in Chicago, right? Jamar, you hooping. You know how you hoop and you be hooping and you be like some little shorties playing and they get a few buckets on you and then you be like, all right, let's stop playing with them. Let's stop playing with them.
It happens every game in this series.
That's exactly what the Nuggets do to the Lakers. All right,
every game.
You know what I'm saying? Literally. Lakers be, we up, we finna win, yeah. And the Nuggets just go ahead, bust their ass in the second half and send them home. Like, these guys done literally, y'all, look, statue, all right? Ring ceremony, all right? This is the ring ceremony, Jake. You supposed to come spoil that party. Kobe statue, you supposed to hold the court down, all right? Last night, Michael Cooper a couple nights ago, great. We know Michael Cooper from the Magic Johnson days, Hall of Famer, great NBA player, all-timer, spoiled the party then. Every event that the Lakers have, the Nuggets come and spoil it right in their face, legitly, and rub it in their face every single time. It's even to the point to where LeBron his damn self know. He know it. He know it. AD know it. Everybody know it. Even D'Angelo Russell know it. How disrespectful are you, D'Angelo Russell? You bomb ASS. Now, Jake, when you was on here in the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, what did I say the Lakers need? I said they needed a point guard. When I said it to Daryl Boogie Evans on the early one, oh, no, they don't need no point guard. He go post it on the page as soon as D'Angelo Russell scored 20 points against Charlotte. Oh, yeah, the Lakers good. No, they not, bro. Because when they play the real people, it ain't going to matter if you go hooping like you say you do. All right?
Hey.
And so, legitly, D'Angelo Russell, Jamar, at the end of the bench, bro, game 3, he on his phone texting. 3:47 in the game. This literally shows you just how much interested the Lakers really were and know that they really don't have a chance. Like, they know that they don't have a chance. And so I just want to state this. I don't know what Michael Jordan got to do. Like, why do you got to bring up Michael Jordan? Like, the clear point is that the Nuggets are the way better team. LeBron and them getting their ass bust, and everybody know it. Bring out the brooms, time to sweep, etc. And that's just what it is. This could be a stain on LeBron legacy, and that's fine because sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But you need guys with LeBron, especially all he's done for the NBA. You need guys that's gonna really be there for you and battle for you in the tough moments. You don't need no guys that's gonna be fair weather, that's gonna be up and down. If D'Angelo Russell plays some of these games, 0 points in game 3, 0 points, null, 0. That's ridiculous. You on the starting lineup.
I can't blame D'Angelo Russell for that
6
lose.
points. Like, legitly, 6 points. Game 2, yes, you came out, played better game, but you gave up a 20-point lead. You know, and so that's on LeBron, that dumb shot at the end of the game. That was a dumb shot. I felt like he should have took that in, maybe got that to 80, tried to get an easier shot. But, like, a lot of that should not be on LeBron. It should not just be on AD. That should also be on the others. Rui Hachimura out there looking like a bomb. And he's a good player, man. He's a really good player. But he's a tough matchup for the Nuggets. He's a tough matchup for the Nuggets. And so I don't want to go blaming the others, but I would definitely take a look at D'Angelo Russell. That's my point. That's my point. Go ahead.
Before I even go ahead, Jake.
Flag on the play. I'm sorry, Jamar, but I'm blaming everything on LeBron and AD. Y'all supposed to be top 5, top 10 in the league as a player. That mean you haven't reconstructed
they average 60 points. What more you expect?
Listen to me. And I'm not saying them playing individually. When you are a star player and you are control of your team, that's your locker room.
D'Angelo Russell.
See, back in the day, like Draymond did back in the 90s, motherfuckers get their ass whooped in the gym. All right.
Yeah, they go right in the locker room, beat their ass. I get your point.
LeBron ain't got that in him. He should have been beating them
on AD. They don't know.
So I put all blame on them because they want to win. So, and you want to win, you got to get your team. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to say what they did individually stat-wise on the court. But in that locker room, they don't care. So if they going to act like they don't care, I'm going to act like I don't care. Just like Norris Cole and everybody said for Miami. You see how LeBron just blamed it on them? Like, man, we could have won. But, you know, our players on the team didn't step up. He going to say the same shit about the Lakers. When 9 times out of 10, it's how you control that locker room, bro. You the star player. You the one who lined up these same people that you picked to play for this team. This is the people that he chose. And I'm tired of all these excuses. These are the people that he chose. It's his fault.
He does pick the rosters. He like a GM. He the only player in the NBA history that can pick his damn roster.
It's his fault. So he got to control the locker room, bro.
Yeah, at that moment, you're right. He should. Now, maybe at that moment, though, just saying, maybe he didn't know what was happening. Maybe, perhaps, he didn't know.
No, he just sitting on his house.
He knew. He just didn't say nothing. He just let it
He's
slide.
sitting on his high horse collecting the money. He's robbing the franchise blind, basically.
Oh, he's not
he-
robbing it then. No, I disagree with that. Now that's going a little far, Jake. He ain't
No,
robbing
it's
that
not.
franchise.
Look
At
what
39 years old, what he's doing at an MVP level, bro. At an MVP level. Not saying he's the MVP of the league, but an MVP level. He is not robbing that damn franchise. He is holding that franchise down.
Listen,
They would not be where they were. If they didn't have LeBron, where would they be?
in the same predicament they in
No,
the
they
play-in
wouldn't.
tournament.
They would have
the
made
play-in
the damn
tournament?
playoffs. They would have won 20 games, Jake.
In the play-in tournament,
They would have won 20 games.
then they win more
You
games
know it.
without LeBron on the court.
Without
Then
LeBron,
they win more
they
games
would have
without
won
LeBron on the court.
20 games.
Then they win more games without LeBron on the court.
Jake,
I can't hear you.
no,
You said
stop.
what?
Stop, please. I'm not even gonna go there with you because what you saying is blasphemy. To say that
It's the
LeBron,
truth.
literally,
It's the
LeBron without
truth.
them, they will be in the same predicament. Now you lose your mind.
The
Jamar, go
stats
ahead,
show
bro.
that they
Jamar.
played better
No,
without
no,
LeBron on the court.
You are
Right or
you're
wrong?
going a little too far. No, you're going a little too far. Go ahead, Jamar. Go
The
ahead.
truth hurts. I understand.
No, bro, that ain't no truth in that one. I agree with everything you said, but not with LeBron. Without him, they would be in the same predicament. No way. Go ahead.
Wouldn't they
Jamar.
still be in the play-in tournament though?
They wouldn't have made it. They would have been nowhere near it.
So now hear me out. Hear me out. LeBron got to one Western Conference Finals, right? And that was with the refs' help for all the foul trouble, right?
You talking about
Every year LeBron team has and the Lakers has came in the playoffs through the what? Through the play-in tournament. Without this play-in tournament, the Lakers would have been sitting at the crib. The crib.
No. Do your math, bro. They would have been a 7 seed, actually. All those years they were 7. I know. So do your math. They would have been a first round team. And actually, I'm going to get you here. In 2021, if AD didn't get hurt against Phoenix, I think the Lakers beat Phoenix that first round and potentially would have did what they did last year.
No, because AD was off.
They were up 2-1, up game 4 when AD got hobbled with his hobbled self. That's what happened that series.
No,
They were up
had so
controlling
many
that series.
people on the bench. Why they didn't use the bench?
Whatever, Jake. Anyhow, Jamar, bro.
That's like Miami.
Jake,
That's like
all right,
Miami. They had all
Enough.
the shooters. You
Enough.
had James Jones.
Yes,
You had
I
Mike
understand.
Miller.
Now,
They had
we're
the
not gonna
team,
go
bro.
Too far into LeBron's legacy. I know that you don't like LeBron. LeBron rubs you the wrong way, whatever. But Jamar, bro, give us your piece.
It's okay. I know the truth hurts. I'm gonna get off your tail, B. I know you're a LeBron fan. You getting your feelings hurt. You finna cry on the TV. You can turn
No,
your camera
man,
off.
I'm not getting my feelings hurt, bro. Not at all.
Okay.
Jamar, go ahead, bro.
Man, this is better than drinking coffee in the morning. Oh man, I don't even know where to start.
My bad, Jay.
No, y'all two. That was awesome.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not like
that was awesome.
like Jack. You good, bro? Your hair look great, by the way.
Y'all funny. I know it's all.
Them waves
it's all
slicking,
love.
bro. Them waves slicking, dog.
All right. So, I look. They this 11 straight. That's what I'm gonna say. This team lost 11 straight to the Nuggets. It's one of those to where, back in the day with baseball and the New York Yankees used to say to Pedro Martinez, "Who's your daddy?" in the crowd. That's exactly what's happening here. They being sunned by the Nuggets. And all I'm gonna say is,
They
if you
being
get swept,
Green Bay Packer like the Bears was for years.
we don't have to use that analogy.
I'm just saying.
I don't want to think about no discount double check in my end zone no more. I'm good with that. I live that. We okay. But what I will say is, if they lose again, they get swept again. Like it has to be some major changes. This isn't no like we just get rid of D'Angelo Russell type changes. It got to be some major changes. There's no way you lose 12 straight, get swept 2 times in the playoffs in consecutive years, get and like Brandon, like you said, like every time there's a special occasion, the Nuggets just happen to be the opponent and just like disrespect them during the regular season every single game. This is the same thing every 11 games. The Lakers start off fine in the game, then all of a sudden in the third or fourth quarter, the Nuggets just hit a different gear and just let them know that we are superior to you. There's nothing you can do about it. Like LeBron can play a great game. AD has probably been the best player individually in this whole series. He has stepped up. He has been like healthy. He has been doing his thing, and there is nothing that man can do. It's like there's nothing. There's nothing. So at that point, you have to
too big, too talented, too heavy.
In a blink of an eye, like in game one, like all of a sudden they scored like 14 straight points or something like that in like 2 minutes or less. It was something unfathomable. Like this just lets you know there's layers to this. There's levels to this. It's just a different game. It's so that's that. In regards to that, I'm gonna go to another series that's like it's the Knicks and Sixers, man. Like Embiid. Like I picked the Sixers to win the series because, like I said, even a hobbled Embiid gives the Knicks problems, and they have. But what Embiid is battling through, and that what was it, Bells, whatever it's called, like that, just going through that, and him dropping 50 points, and like, bro, I just want to give flowers to this man. This dude is actually sacrificing himself to put his team in.
And that's so true, Jamal. Like he can barely move down the court, bro. He's so hurt, Jake, to where he literally playing at the 3-point line offensively. Because if he go too deep on the other end, he can't get back down on defense quick enough. That's how hurt he is, and that's how much he's sacrificing himself in order to play for this team. And he's still busting their ass.
No, for sure.
It's insane, man. You haven't really seen this much sacrifice in a player in a very long time. I have not seen it in a long time.
I ain't think he had it in him. I ain't gonna lie.
It's wild. And so if the Sixers somehow win this series, I don't even know what to say. I don't.
They come out the East?
No. No, I think Embiid's leg will be amputated by then. He'll be amputated by then if they start doing that. But no, it's just remarkable. I just wanted to spread light on that. This Clippers Mavs one here, my gosh,
man. Listen, whew. Kyrie and that boy, that man.
Talking about Luka?
Yeah,
man. But I tell y'all what, man, like the Clippers lose this series, it's going to be a really bad look, man, just for the Clippers. We had championship expectations for that team.
I did. I really did. But it's
and again, it's like, really? Again? Like, you coming up short again after all this money? They got 4 superstars, Jake. 4 future Hall of Famers.
Who's the 4th one?
Well, you got Paul, you got Kawhi, you got James, you got Russ.
Oh, I don't really. I mean,
right.
James.
So you got 4 future Hall of Famers, bro. 4 great basketball players with a bunch of hungry guys. With a Zubac down there, and right now you just looking like trash.
They not feeding him. I think that's the issue.
They not feeding who, Zubac?
Yeah.
They are feeding him, bro. He getting shut down now. He getting the rock. He had a good game 1, and I don't know what happened to him after that. We got to put an APB out on him. He done went missing. I don't know what happened to him. Kawhi, he's hobbled, bro. Now I hope Kawhi come back healthy or try to put an effort in because he looked terrible last night, dog. He looked terrible.
That leg ain't look good, man.
It did not look good at all. Let me talk about this Knicks series real quick, bro. Like, I picked the Knicks. Who did you get for this series? Who's your pick, by the way?
I like the Knicks. I like Jalen Brunson and how he been doing his thing. I feel like he should have been in the MVP conversation, personally.
Right. And I think he is. He should be in the top 5 voting. I will put him in the top 5 voting, bro. I'm
talking about like he should have been one of the finalists.
That's what I'm saying. He is.
The finalist is Luka, Is it? Is Luka? I know it's
It should be Luka. It should be Ant. It should be SGA. It should be Jalen. Those should be my 5. If I'm imagining, those should be my top 5, bro. And for me, man, he's been having a terrible series. You know what I'm saying? He's been having a terrible series, but it's been guys like, I don't know this kid, Miles McBride, bro. Miles McBride, bro, like he ain't doing nothing but making like $1 million damn near. You know what I'm saying? Almost $2 million, bro. But this boy is a hooper, like a little Energizer Bunny, passionate, can shoot the 3 really well. Josh Hart, man, Dante DiMarchiso, he's one of the best 3-point shooters this year. You know? And so it's been the others for the New York Knicks that's actually been stepping up, actually, bro. And so it's going to take the New York Knicks and it's going to take Jalen Brunson to finally put a stamp in on this series because he has not. He has not put a stamp on this series. It's going to have to take him in order to step up in order for the New York Knicks to try to do something in order to win. It's going to have to take something like that because right now, the New York Knicks, they look terrible game 3, but if they can get a full effort from the others, and then Jalen Brunson finally began to show us the superstar who we think he's now blossomed to be, if he could step up, then I think that's crucial for the Knicks, and the Knicks can hopefully put a footprint on this series and go up 3-1. As far as some other series, OKC, New Orleans, man, they had a chance to really put a stamp on this series and still in game 1. They was up the whole game, at least the second half, finished strong in the second half, and just didn't finish strong enough. Had chances to win that game between OKC and New Orleans, but they choked, and then OKC came out, bro, and just put the clamps on them. Put the clamps on them literally in game 2, like just shut them down. And so with that, Jake, I want to ask you, bro, for all your picks, let's start with the West. I know you had the Nuggets. Who did you have for the OKC and New Orleans?
I had OKC.
Okay. Who did you have for Phoenix and Minnesota?
I got Minnesota.
Okay. And for Dallas and Clippers?
I had the Clippers, but it looked like the Dallas gonna take this in 6 on bro.
Yeah, I had the Clippers too, man. I'm like, the veteranship of the Clippers should come through. Right. On the other hand, for the East, who did you have, Boston or Miami?
It should have been a clean sweep for Boston, but I still got Boston.
Okay. Knicks and Sixers.
I got the Knicks. I feel like Jalen Brunson gonna do the amazing and get them out.
Okay. Yep. Magic and Cavs.
I think this was the hardest one because Donovan Mitchell got a lot to prove, but I think if the Magic after that first win, I think they could get rolling. I think they could beat them in 7. So I really feel like they could beat Cleveland in 7 for sure.
Okay. Yeah. For me, I really firmly believe that Cleveland could win that series. And the reason being for me was because I just looked at the veteranship of Cleveland and Donovan Mitchell being around the playoffs for a long time. Max Strus being with Miami. You know what I'm saying? The Twin Towers, getting their moment. They've had playoff experience too. Darius Garland's having playoff experience. So I'm like, finally, man, like this should be, if you were to win a series, Jake, this should be the series you should finally get over the mountaintop. This would be the series. And so for that reason, I picked Cleveland, and hopefully I'll be right with that. But I picked Cleveland to win that actually in 6. So we'll see what happens with that one.
In them last games of the series, though.
Right. So we'll see, man. And then also, I actually picked Indiana, bro, over Milwaukee. What about you?
I did too. Right. I feel like Dame ain't got it, and Chris Middleton been lazy. Like he ain't got it.
No, bro, they've been killing, dog. They've been killing. Now Matt Connaughton needs to step up and help them out. That was a really good game, bro. Did you see that game 3? Did you see it? 'Cause it
Yes,
was a
yes.
overtime. That was a
Overtime
classic
thriller,
game.
for sure.
Damian Lillard was killing. Chris Middleton was amazing, making some difficult shots.
But I still feel like, since Giannis is not playing at the time, it's all on y'all.
It's hurting them because guess how they've been killing them, dog? They've been killing Milwaukee through the buckets. They've been getting open layups, attacking the basket, and getting offensive rebounds because they've been finding ways to get Brook Lopez away from the basket. So they're making him guard out towards the 3-point line. You see what I'm saying, bro?
No,
and they put Bobby Portis out there on the outside too, which making Indiana kind of blow past their defenders, get Pascal Siakam for a layup, so they've been attacking them. Definitely, they missing Giannis a lot. Let's just put it that way.
But the thing is, this is why I say it's on, like, Dame defensively is the issue. Now, if they had my boy True Holiday, I always call him True because he the truth for sure. But if they still had him on defense, they could play the zone scheme. You know what I'm saying? Instead of playing man to man. If they could play the zone scheme and Dame can at least get a few steals, I think Milwaukee could change the series because now you could have Bobby and Lopez in the paint instead of them hurting you because they all the way on the 3-point line somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So I still feel like it's a defensive battle, and the only way they could play zone is with Giannis because it's going to help because Dame can't guard nobody no one-on-one for real. They gonna blow past that man for sure. Yeah. That's his Achilles heel. So that's why I got Indiana. I got Indiana in 6 or 7. It don't matter which game, but Indiana coming out for sure if Giannis don't come back.
Right. Yeah, man. I'm with you. And so with that, bro, we're gonna go with our last topic, bro, before we get into a real interesting moment. The Sox, bro. So our Chicago White Sox, me and you both Chicago kids. Morgan Park Simeon Southsiders. We rep Chicago White Sox. Bro, how does it feel to see the White Sox, man, be the laughing stock of all sports right now?
Hold on. Man, listen, it's tough. All right, I quit. But no, it's tough.
No, that's gonna be we putting that out there this week, bro.
It's tough, man, because that's how I feel. I feel like them Saint fans when they be like the Aints and they have the bad, like.
Right.
As a true Sox fan, man, I feel like just like any other Chicago team, we cheat. We don't want to pay nobody. We don't want to blow up the roster. It's hard to watch the Cubs do their thing up north, and I'm not a Cubs fan, but it's hard just to see our management and don't want to actually contribute to the team. Even though they out here fighting like, man, we want our own stadium, and I'm with that. The stadium that the White Sox play in, they don't even own the stadium, so I don't even care for the stadium at the moment. It's about the management, and just like the white lady for the Bears, they got to go. They have to go so we can actually.
Well, we started with getting Kenny Williams out, so Kenny's out of there now. But now it starts with the top. You're right, man. It's the Reindorfs.
Got to get him out of there, man.
Same guy who owned the Bulls.
Exactly. It's embarrassing. He got
Same
to go.
guy.
He got to go. And I think the city of Chicago just need a change in general managers and owner operations, all that for these teams, for the Bulls, White Sox, and the Bears. Like,
and the Blackhawks, in my opinion. I know we were talking hockey, but I feel for the Blackhawks too, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Blackhawks didn't do anything wrong. They all their core players and what they did win 3 Stanley Cups in 5-6 years. Yeah. That management team,
but they gone now. They gone.
Right. They players just got old and did all what they could do in that decade. You know what I'm saying? Now they starting over.
We got
I
new
feel like-
everything for the Blackhawks. New management, new manager, new first round pick. So it's just everything new with the Blackhawks. We're gonna talk about the Blackhawks one of these days.
Yeah, man. So I mean, it got to start from the top, and we got to kick them out. We got to kick them out to be better. Like Jamal said earlier, man. In order to win or like get to where you got to go, you got to make them sacrifices. You got to make them sacrifices to get what you need and get what you want in life.
True, absolutely, bro. And so yeah, man, it's very, very sad to see what's happening with our Sox, but we hopeful, man, that the Sox continue to rebuild in time for hopefully a new stadium plan and get a new draft pick that could revitalize that franchise, man, in that city. Because up north bumping right now, up north looks good. The Cubs look like they'll be a team that's potentially in playoff contention. And so it's fantastic. And so with that, bro, we're going to complete a point of our podcast. And let me know, Jamar, if you want me to let you in. Called Ian's Basement. And so Ian ain't here this morning, but I'm going to take a moment to do Ian's Basement. And so generally what we do, Jake, is we always have a question that's a debate, etc.
Oh, for sure. I'm ready.
And so with that, I want to know, with the Chicago Bears, we've had first round picks, and we've had a number of them. But let's have a little fun, bro. Who, in your opinion, is the biggest draft bust of all time for the Chicago Bears? Who comes to mind for you? And so I know you just hit the pipe. For me, I'm going to start us off. For me, man, it was the big running back by the name of Curtis Enos. Penn State running back. Bruiser. Dominating in college football, okay? Looked like a baby Jerome Bettis out there. You know what I'm saying? Out there doing great things throughout the bam. He got to the NFL. He was a sponge. He was a teddy bear. He was a Teddy Graham. He was a huge disappointment, man. And so I literally have a number of we got so many with the Bears. And so I'm just interested to know, Jake, who in your opinion was a draft bust? Because for me it was Curtis Enos, but I got plenty more.
Man, there's so many people. There's so many people. Man, I'm gonna stay with the new generation. I ain't gonna say new generation, but Rex Grossman. He was under 6 feet, QB from Florida. I don't think that was the best pick in the world ever. Like,
so you go with him over Mitchell Trubisky?
yes.
At least Rex led us to a Super Bowl.
Cal Orton led us to the Super Bowl for sure.
No, he didn't. It was Rex.
It was Cal.
It was Rex.
It was Cal.
It was Rex.
It was Cal, bro.
Now, are you saying Cal played in some points of the season? Because I don't even think Cal Orton played at some points of the season. But
No.
you know, Rex Grossman lost us that Super Bowl.
Cal played a lot of games that year.
Right.
He played in
Rex
a
Grossman
few,
was
right, he
injured.
played in some games, but it was Rex who played in most of the games. It was
No.
Rex who. Yes, guys.
Go look it up. It was Cal Orton,
Who
bro.
played in the playoffs? My point. Who played in the playoffs? The Cal
Orton.
No, it was Rex. Well, are we serious, y'all? Rex Grossman led us to the Super Bowl.
Cal Orton led us to the Super Bowl.
No, he didn't.
I'm trying to tell you, Rex Grossman got injured like the second or third week of the season. Cal Orton came in and
He
led
played,
the Bears.
yes, but it was Rex who played majority of the season, and it was Rex who played in the playoffs. It was Rex who allowed us to beat Seattle. It was Rex who allowed us to beat New Orleans.
It was our defense.
It was Rex on the field playing. He the one that threw the bomb to Bernard Berry and in that NFC Championship. He the one that threw that bomb pass to Gabe Davis to win that game against Seattle. Like it was Rex. It was not Cal.
Actually, after looking it up, it was Rex. That was Cal the year before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jamar sometimes just be agreeing with stuff just to tick me off. I think sometimes I don't know. but it was not Cal. It was definitely Rex. Cal Orton. Now, I love Cal because Cal is a Boilermaker like us, Jamar. Like, Cal Orton was very efficient, and he happened to be efficient after Rex left. But Cal gave us a lot of serviceable years. But it was Rex Baum-Grossman that led us to the Super Bowl. It was Rex Baum-Grossman who turned the ball over 6 times, and we still lost by 8 points. It was a miracle.
It was the defense,
The
man.
Super Bowl always just like, that Super Bowl, bro. Like, oh, man. If we didn't have all them turnovers, man, we could have won that game.
We should have won that game.
You know, but, I mean, a lot of people, they get to the Super Bowl, and they be like, man, you know, we could have did this. So,
No, we should have won the Super Bowl that year, man.
yeah. But anyway, with that being said, so you got Rex, right? You got Rex Grossman as your biggest draft bust of all time, right?
Oh. It's between Rex, Mitch, and what was his name?
Your running back?
I got one in the wings.
Okay.
It's one more, but it's mainly quarterback because I don't know. I don't understand the white lady, and no offense to no white quarterbacks, but because Jim McMahon won us a Super Bowl don't mean that any average QB can win us a Super Bowl. I really hate all the draft of QBs that the Bears had, personally.
Yeah, because the truth is, Jim McMahon ain't win us that Super Bowl. It was the defense that was the Walter Payton. Yeah. And so, Jamar, bro, who do you got as the biggest draft bust all time for the Bears?
I'm gonna go back on this one. I was a kid, but they made such a big deal out of this particular draft.
Oh, I bet I know who you're talking about.
I'm gonna go K McNown.
K McNown, yep. K McNown was a bust. Left-hander out of UCLA.
Yep.
That man played 2 years for the Bears. Two.
Again, a quarterback. See,
2 seasons with the Bears. This man flamed out the league in 4 years.
You know, and K McNown, bro, like, we never would have ran into Jim Miller, right, Jamar, if K McNown, like, you know, we would have never ran into Shane Matthews.
But is that really saying too much?
No.
They turned out to be better. Jim Miller at least turned out to be serviceable, right, fellas? He led us to that second round.
Was it that 13-3 season or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it gave us a little hope.
Gave us a little hope. We made the Super Bowl remix shuffle. Remember that song, the Super Bowl remix shuffle?
Yeah. Little white hope.
We was kids. We used to watch it. I don't know if you, Jamar, used to watch it. I know you used to watch it every Sunday before the Bears come on there and play it at 10:30, and you be here. But it was a remix from 50 Cent song. They took the beat from 50 Cent. 50 Cent and B.I.G., my nigga.
Yeah.
And they took that and they remixed it for the Super Bowl shuffle.
Man.
Yeah, man. Y'all remember R.W. McCordis? Remember R.W. McCordis?
Oh my Lord.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was decent in his early career in the NFL.
When he was with the Lions before he got to us.
Yeah. He was
Mhm.
decent. He was decent.
So what made that draft bad though for K McNown? That was the same draft as Donovan McNabb.
Yeah.
And we passed him up. And they remember Donovan McNabb got booed in New York. I'm like, they so disrespectful. Booed him in New York. He went to Syracuse.
They didn't want him.
Yeah, but he ended up going to Philly. But that you're right, Jamar. Like, man, y'all know another bust. Y'all remember Rashad Salam?
Oof.
Ooh, now he was terrible.
That's scary. That's like saying Jamarcus Russell name or something, man.
Yeah. And the A train went too far from that. Anthony
Thomas. He had one good year, Jamar. Maybe two.
Rookie year.
Maybe that rookie year and a little bit of the second year. He just got hurt too a lot. He was hurt a lot.
A lot.
He was hurt a lot.
Y'all mentioned Kevin White. What about that one?
Oh, that's another one. That's another one. Kevin White. He absolutely did nothing.
See, this is why
Nothing.
Yeah.
Like
that was I think that was Ryan Pace's first pick in his tenure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kevin White turned out to do nothing at all.
You know who I think the best draft pick the Bears ever picked in my lifetime that people really don't talk about for real? Matt Forte.
Okay, that's an interesting one. Because
Yeah,
I
the Super
think we
Bowl.
talk about Brian Urlacher, right? We talk about all them, but we don't talk about Matt Forte like that. You're right.
He is a Bears legend.
Definitely.
Man,
Forte.
best running back since Walter Payton to me. That played
Yeah,
for the Bears.
absolutely. In that uniform.
Yeah.
Third best running back? You easily say third best running back in Bears history.
Right.
Easily.
Yep. Yeah, man.
And
Yeah, that says a lot, man, because, Gale Sayers, man, he was the dog. We know about him and Walter. But,
Rest in peace. Rest in peace again, Desmond Walter, for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
And shout out to our other draft pick, Johnny Knox, man. He was a dog. That injury, that tackle.
I still remember that.
I remember it too, watching it, man.
The back going a direction it should not went.
I remember seeing him hurt on the field.
Shout out to that, though. That was a good draft pick by the Bears, also, for sure.
I want to say the Bears, one of their best drafts was the 2000 draft for them.
And we talked about Mike Brown.
Blacker, yeah.
Yeah, that changed our franchise for sure. Those were two. Now, Mike Brown, man, he could have been a Hall of Fame if he would have stayed healthy.
Man, him and Bob Sanders still should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't care.
Yeah, man, what they did, and especially what Mike Brown did in a short period of time. My gosh,
right?
That man was electric.
So it was like, and he was a hitter too.
It was like
stayed in the box.
It was like watching before Palomalu and Ed Reed came on the scene. It was him. He was him.
Very physical. And I never forget Mike Brown for that 01 season, man. I know y'all remember. I stayed to finish the games, and I'm lucky I got a chance to witness both of those games. Y'all know what games I'm talking about.
The Cleveland one was one of them.
And
the Arizona game was the best game.
And San Francisco. Yeah, but that was great too when he got that fumble and he brought it back to. I remember that, bro. Yes. I remember that. Now that was a classical moment too. But that classical one for me, bro, was that San Francisco, man, when he got the pick six.
Oh,
and he ran it back, and Terrell Owens turned around, Jamar, and he like, oh, no. That was dope, bro. And then that following week, Cleveland up, everybody think it's over, and the ball just hit in the air. Y'all remember them two great tackles from 01, Ted Washington? Big Ted Washington. And who was the big dude with the belly, Jamar, with the afro? Keith Traylor. Y'all remember Keith Traylor? He get that hand in the air, hit the ball, boy. Ball just sinking in the air like forever.
Because we had a nasty defensive line. We had Alex Brown. We had some players. So
that year alone, we had Alex Brown, who was young. We had Keith Traylor. We had Ted Washington. And I don't know who else was on the other side, but
we really had some dogs. I know we had some bad picks, but we also had some dogs.
Peanut Tillman on one side, Mike Brown.
That's a Hall of Famer, Peanut Tillman.
Something Manning. I forgot his first.
Oh yeah, you talking about Daniel Manning, dog, number 38.
Danny Manning,
dog.
yeah.
And even remember that Super Bowl year, Jamar, we got him from Carolina, Ricky Manning. Manning Jr.
Nathan Bass.
He picks that year.
Oh yeah,
number 24, I think he was from Carolina.
Then we had Nathan Vasher.
Vasher was good.
He was nice. Yep, he was nice.
We had a squad.
we had a squad, man. We had
on the defensive side of the ball. Our defense is always
man.
It was like plug and play back then.
Yeah. I mean, even with that 07 team, Jamar, we was nice offensively too, dog. Remember we had Thomas Jones back there, who I say is the fourth best running back in Bears history. The fourth.
He was solid.
We
had Cedric Benson too.
Yeah, Cedric, he was nice,
Please
but
don't
he
remind
didn't
me.
turn out to be what we thought it would be. But
Dude,
we thought
came
he was
back,
going to be like,
bro. I remember the game. He came back when he was with the Bengals and ran for over 200 yards on us. Oh man,
I remember that game.
rest in
Right.
peace to him too. My gosh.
Yeah, Cedric Benson, he passed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
This something that I'm surprised y'all didn't bring up. See, the cat just came through the camera, and I was about to say a quote from South Park when Cartman was messing with the cat. No,
Oh my, no, do not.
hey, but
Hey,
but
yo.
I'm surprised y'all didn't talk about we ain't talk about the little pattern that they say that they trying to put in, saying they could wear for the NFL. Like playing in in-season games, the practice pattern thing that goes.
Oh, you talking about the thing on the helmet? Yeah, it looks so weird. Just gonna be looking so awkward.
I mean,
but it's for player safety. It's for player safety.
I mean, if it is what it is, if they choose to, whatever makes you better out there, I don't care.
And also, did y'all see the Texans new uniforms?
Yeah, they dope.
They are.
They nice. They nice.
Somebody
they got
else
some
has some.
uniforms. Somebody else got some new uniforms.
Somebody else, and it was
The
the Broncos.
Uniforms.
Detroit
The
got
Broncos
some.
and the Lions.
The Titans got some new uniforms.
Right, Titans, Broncos. Yep.
Broncos. Seattle is going to go back with the old school Seattle uniform.
Oh, with that gray in it.
Yeah.
The gray and that light blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is gonna be the year that the NFL actually bring back the old uniforms. Like every team has one. Like it will be played like the Buccaneers bringing back the creamsicle uniforms.
Yeah,
if the Titans can bring back the Oilers, I'm all for it.
Right.
They working out the contract now with Houston to get
those all the uniforms.
Yeah, get the
man. Those things are so nice.
Yeah, Tennessee Oilers.
Man.
Yeah, I remember them, man.
I think I'm missing something, but I think I'm missing something. I don't know. Oh, and another thing, back to the city of Chicago. I know everybody in the city of Chicago not watching, but y'all should tune in and be supportive of our team. It should no way that we drafted Angel Reese and she didn't get the credit that she deserved in that interview. For them to not welcome her with open arms, everybody sat down. It wasn't no red carpet out for her. She looked like a regular person walking into a job interview and everybody staring at you.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful.
And right. Thanks for pointing that out, Jake. I felt like she was welcomed, but you're right. They should have welcomed her better. I mean, they do the NBA players that way, right? And so that's the huge point right there. But I do want to highlight Chicago, Jamar, because her jersey sold out. Her jersey has sold out as well as Camila Cardoso's, which means that a lot of folks went out and bought those jerseys. And that's a very proud moment for the WNBA. And that shows you just how much Chicago fans, how we be repping our city, man. We be repping our teams.
No, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And so I want to state that and proudly state that. And so shout out to the fans for selling those jerseys out. And so Jamar, bro, as we head into the weekend, bro, any final thoughts, shout outs, and we'll follow up with you, Jake.
The White Sox won a game.
That we won last night.
They won a game last night. What's that? 4-22.
Yep, 4-22, baby. Hopefully they can get hot now.
Yeah. Last thing I'll say is, shout out to the White Sox for being on track to being the worst team in the history of this sport that's been around for almost like 150 years. Shout out to the White Sox for doing that.
Yeah. And so, Jake,
it'll be okay.
Shout outs, man. Is that it? Is that your final thought?
I don't think so, man.
Okay.
He had daddy duties going on. My final thought is the NFL season needs to come on like right now. But shout out to y'all, man. My final thoughts as always. Shout out to the team, man. Early morning sports, man. Everybody tune in every Saturday, 7 a.m. You know, get you know what I'm saying, get some more support, man. Put everybody on. We need some more support. We need everybody on. You know, we just doing our thing out here, man. Support it, support the team. Other than that,
appreciate it, bro.
Other than that, I say we should have everybody get a ticket, or everybody think of a game. Everybody, we should go and have a podcast of the game, or like just kick it.
Absolutely, bro. No, really, I would love to do that, man. And I'm in the process of doing that the next time I come to Chicago. We definitely gonna have you on, bro. Hopefully we can get Tiana on. We can get Jamar in, and it'll be us 5. We can rock that.
Up, man.
Get the team.
Let's take some trips. Go.
Yes, sir, man. That'd be great. Maybe we could do a sky game. We can do we can do one of those games because it'll be inside. It won't be weatherproof. So maybe we could do something like that. You know what I'm saying? That'd be fly. That'd be dope. And so we're working on that, bro. I'm gonna definitely get working on that. And so thanks for that, Jake. Appreciate that, bro. And so with that being said, world, we thank you all for tuning in with us. We had some good insight this morning, some good thoughts, some good comments. And so on behalf of the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, we would like to say thank you for tuning in with us this morning. Continue to chop it up with us and support our podcast on various platforms. And if you would love to talk sports with us on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, we are here and would love to do so with you. Your love, support is truly appreciated, and we hope you all have a blessed and safe weekend. Peace.